Good evening and welcome back to Wrigley for Game 6 of this NLCS between the Cubs and the Giants. Now, it has been one heck of a tight 10 series, so let's get you all caught up. Cooper Pratt led us off at second base, Bobby Patterson batted second in right field, De La Cruz batted third at third, McQuaid DH to clean up, Vlad batted 5 at first, Ballesteros the catcher batted 6, Eldridge in left field batted 7, Namala the shortstop batted 8, De Leon in center field batted 9, and Jaun Morillo was on the mound. 2 on, 1 out, and a ground out drives in a run. Two on, 2 out, Longsway on the mound, and Namala makes the play. 1 on, 1 out, and Pratt whips it into the left field corner. But Namala is out at the plate. 1 on, 2 out, and Ballesteros pops out to end the game. Petey Crow led us off in center field, Bobby Patterson batted second in left, De La Cruz batted third at third, it was McQuaid DHing at 4, Vlad at first base at 5, Ballesteros behind the plate at 6, Pratt at second batted 7, it was Namala at shortstop at 8, De Leon at left field batted 9, and Christian Scott was on the mound. 3 on, 1 out, and a ground out scores a run. 3 on, 2 out, but De La Cruz strikes out. 1 on, 1 out, and Berry hits a 2-run home run to make it 3-0. Three on, 2 out, and De Leon hits a grand slam. 2 on, 1 out, Pinto on the mound, and an RBI single ties the game. 2 on, 2 out, but McQuaid flies out. 2 on, 1 out, Roque on the mound, and a sac fly gives them the lead. None on, 2 out, and Petey Crow pops out to right field. Cooper Pratt led us off at second base, Bobby Patterson in right field batted second, third baseman De La Cruz batted third, McQuaid cleaned up in left field, Vlad at first base batted 5, Ballesteros caught at 6, Alex Bregman the DH at 7, it was Namala shortstopping at 8, and De Leon in center field batted 9 with Sandy Alcantara on the mound. None on, 1 out, and Vargas hits a home run. 1 on, 1 out, and McQuaid ties the game. Have that, Giant. 2 on, 2 out, and De Leon forces an error that drives in a run. 2 on, 2 out, and Cooper Pratt delivers a 3-run home run. 3 on, 2 out, but this time Pratt can only fly out. 1 on, 2 out, more on the mound, and a strikeout is finished off at first base. Petey Crow led us off in center field, Ernesto De Leon batted second in right, De La Cruz batted third at third, McQuaid DH'd at 4, Vlad batted at 5 playing first, it was Ballesteros catching at 6, Pratt playing second at 7, Patterson left field at 8, Namala 9 at shortstop, and Sandy Gaston on the mound. 3 on, 1 out, and Gaston walks in a run. 2 on, 2 out, and an RBI single from Madrigal doubles the lead. 2 on, 2 out, and another RBI single, this time from Peraza, makes it 3-0. 3 on, 1 out, and Pratt's hit draws an error that scores De La Cruz. 3 on, 1 out, and Patterson's 2 RBI single ties the game. 2 on, 2 out, and PD Crow delivers a 2 RBI double. Two on, 1 out, and McQuaid's sac fly scores De Leon. 1 on, 2 out, and Ballesteros' RBI double scores De La Cruz. 3 on, 2 out, Pinto on the mound, and he walks in a run. 2 on, 2 out, and De La Cruz delivers a 3-run home run. 1 on, 2 out, Durand on the mound, and a ground out ends the game.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is going to be Game 6 today. It is 3-2 to us, and well, let's really hope we can avoid a Game 7. The other series has gone to Game 7, so 3 games each for the Red Sox and the White Sox, and it's going to be a big day for footwear, that one, isn't it? To see who we could potentially be facing in a World Series. It would be our first in the 8th attempt. Now, the series to date, I've got to say, it felt a little bit like they had us for the taking. Game 4, they've committed a lot of errors, and it felt a little bit like we've just been grinding them down. And then we did sort of blow them out a little bit in Game 5. So I'm very happy to get to Game 6, get back home in a position where we have 2 chances to win it. I don't want a Game 7. Nobody wants a Game 7 unless you're a San Francisco fan. So let's hope we can get it done today. Now, one little bit of sort of side news outside of the playoffs is we have signed a contract extension. Now, it's not with Petey Crow, we can't afford him, but we could afford to get DJ Hertz to stay. So we've gone and done that. I think I'm looking at him as a starter potentially for next year. So if we go and have a look at the contract offer that we've given him, $10.5 million for 3 years, takes him to 32, and I think that's a good deal for us. He was a very good starter when we used him there. We've put him in the bullpen mostly because he's a left armer, but I'm thinking we maybe need him more as a starter. So yeah, so that's what we've done, and I think 10.5 million for him is quite good because his career, if we look at his career numbers here, career ERA of 3.30, career WHIP of 1.18, career ERA plus of 1.27. I mean, 10 million's not bad for those sorts of numbers, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, we can see here the years that we used him as an actual starter, he was very, very good. So yeah, I think that's good. Let me know what you think, but he's only 29, so a 3-year deal for a 29, almost 30-year-old is, I think, works in our favor a little bit, to be honest, especially for a pitcher. But let's go check these lineups. We're back home, Game 5, no, it's not Game 6, see what we can do. On your feet, Chicago, we want to get to the World Series. At first base, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Cooper Pratt. At third base, it's Ellie De La Cruz. At shortstop, it's Arjun Namala. In left field, it's William McQuaid. In center field, it's Ernesto De Leon. In right field, it's Bobby Patterson. Designated hitter is Alex Bregman. Behind the plate, it's Moises Ballesteros. And your starting pitcher is Jaun Morillo. Alright, so we can see the lineups here. Cooper Pratt will be leading us off at second base. Bobby Patterson in right field for this one, bat second. Then we've got De La Cruz, who has completely forgotten how to hit in this series. McQuaid's going to field in this one. He's in left field. We've got Vlad at first, Ballesteros. Bregman's going to DH. The reason for that, we're up against the lefty. He does hit well against lefties still. So you can see he's 5 for 16 against this guy. So let's hope nobody else hit him in game 2. So let's hope he can do that. Then we've got Namala at shortstop. De Leon is in center field. A Petey Crow injury isn't serious. You would have noticed he was playing in this series. It's a minimal impact, but he doesn't do well against lefties. Then he is a little bit injured, so we don't want to risk making that worse. Morillo, he's got the start for us. A 9-8 record through the regular season. ERA of 3.64. perhaps crucially, a 1-1 record against San Francisco and an ERA of under 1. So if we keep the ERA under 1, you'd like to think we can win the game. Montgomery goes for them. He had an 11-10 record this season, which, given his ERA of 3.55, suggests he has had absolutely no support with the bat. He has a 1-0 record against us with a 1.23 ERA. He did win Game 2, and he won it 1-0 because he did shut us down, to be honest. So let's hope that he doesn't do that again. Alright, here we go. Allen 2 will lead them off, batting 244 in the postseason. We've got Morillo on the mound, and this is a chance to book our place in the World Series for a first time. Of course, we had 3 chances to do it last time. 4, in fact, and lost all 4 of them as we start with a strikeout. Let's see if we can go 1 for 1 today. Corbin Carroll, who I noticed is 5 for 5 against Morillo. Thankfully, he's going to be caught out there by McQuaid, so that is 2 away. And let's see if we can get Vargas as well, who is batting 302 in the postseason. Did hit a home run earlier in the series, but strikes out there. Excellent start for Morillo. And we'll go and have a bat with Cooper Pratt to lead us off, batting 147 in the postseason. Does do a little bit better versus lefties, but you do wonder if maybe I've made a mistake leading him off with that batting average. But anyway, he walks, so we'll take that. In comes Bobby Patterson, batting 316, an 0-1 pitch. Bobby Patterson, it could be a double play. It is just the runner at second. So 1 on, 1 out for Ellie De La Cruz, batting 297 in the postseason. He's honestly been terrible this series, to the point where I thought about just dropping him down to 7th, to be honest, see if it worked for a second season. I even thought about playing Bregman, at third base. That is how bad he's been. McQuaid now, a 1-1 pitch. McQuaid gets it through. It should get the runner over to third, does it? Yes. Runners at the corners for Vlad. Come on, Vladdy boy. Let's get ourselves a run against this guy. Vlad batting 306 in the postseason. Vlad draws a walk. So it will be Ballesteros to try and give us a lead. He is batting 286. It's an 0-2 pitch. Ballesteros forgets the swing, and yet again, Montgomery has shut us down in this series. Alright, Berry will face Morillo. Berry batting 188. He has hit 1 home run in the series so far, I think. He's popped that up into center field. De Leon is there, and that is 1 away. It'll bring in Vinny, who is batting 205 in the postseason. An 0-1 pitch. That's into center field. De Leon is there again. And that is 2 down for Nick Madrigal, who is batting 138 in the postseason. Did get 1 RBI across the plate in the series, but generally speaking, he's been a very good ex-Cub for us, as he grounds it out to Namala, and that'll do it for the top of the second. In comes Bregman, batting 500, or probably more accurately 2 for 4. A 2-1 pitch, and Bregman! Alex Bregman! His first home run of the postseason, 370 feet. He's our left-handed specialist, and he's given us a second inning lead. Well done, Bregman. Still worth the 25-odd million we're paying him, if you ask me. Batting 222 in the postseason is Namala. He'll come in next. A 3-1 pitch. He draws a walk. And that'll bring up De Leon, batting 233 with his grand slam that was so vital in game... What game was that? I think it was one of the ones we lost, actually, but it really kept the pressure on them. So we've got 2 on, none out now for Cooper Pratt. Of course, he walked first time up. A 1-2 pitch. Cooper Pratt strikes out, so that is 1 away. And in will come Bobby Patterson, 0 for 1 today. A 2-2 pitch. Bobby Patterson, is it not quite going to get through? It won't be a double play, so we'll have runners at the corners. 2 out for De La Cruz, who is 0 for 1. A 2-1. De La Cruz gets it down into left field. That'll score another one. It'll be 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Runners will stop at first and third. And it'll be William McQuaid with a chance to extend the lead. He's 1 for 1. A 1-1 pitch up the middle with a pitcher killer, and that'll be a third run of the inning. De La Cruz will go to third. We'll have runners at the corners again, this time for Vlad. And have we seen off their lefty? Not yet. What can Vlad do, though? First pitch swing. Vlad grounds it to the third baseman. That will probably end the inning. It does. But 3-0 we lead. And we'll take that, won't we? Peraza. He is batting 8 for 40. And he walks. And it'll bring in Otenga, who is batting 195. A 2-2 and a strikeout. Well done, Morillo. 1 on, 1 out for Blake Hunt. Batting 342. He's probably been their most consistent hitter in the series, as he sends that one up to the space station. And almost on top of second base, it is caught by Namala. 2 away with a runner at first for Allen 2, who is 0 for 1. A 2-2. Morillo with a strikeout. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Montgomery comes back out to face Ballesteros, who is 0 for 1. A 3-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman. Pitcher covers, 1 away. And it is Bregman now, who started this whole thing off with his home run. It's an 0-2 pitch. Bregman grounds it to the second baseman. That'll be 2 away. And it'll bring in Namala, who walked, I think, first time around. It's a 1-0 pitch. 2 out, no one on. And Namala gets it into right field for a 2-out single. In will come De Leon now, who is 1 for 1. A 1-0. De Leon, oh, I thought for a second he hit that well enough, but second base fields it, ends the inning, and we'll go to the top of the fourth with a 3-0 lead. Carroll will face Morillo. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a full count, and we've hit him. Seems unnecessary. All right, in comes Vargas, who's 0 for 1. First pitch, Vargas grounds it to De La Cruz. 1, 2. That's not bad. You get to hit the batter and get him out. Doesn't cost you anything. Excellent work. All right, Berry now with 2 out, none on. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a first pitch swing. And that is lined straight to Namala. Fairly simple catch. And that is the end of that. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Pratt to lead us off, 0 for 1. It's a 2-2 pitch. Cooper Pratt. It is caught by left field. Wasn't the worst piece of hitting, but just straight to him, wasn't it? Patterson now, who's 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. And Patterson grounds it to the second baseman. So 2 away for De La Cruz, who is 1 for 2 today. A 1-2 pitch. De La Cruz grounds it to the shortstop. And that'll do it for the fourth. But still, we lead 3-0. Morillo will face Vinny, who is 0 for 1. And it is an 0-1 pitch. And that is into center field. De Leon going back to the ivy. Makes the catch. 1 away. In will come Madrigal. And 0 for 1 today. It's a full count. Madrigal draws the walk. And Peraza will come in. 0 for 0 today. And that could be a double play ball. 1, 2. And that'll end the fifth. I've got to say, you come up against a team that has Madrigal and Peraza, who are 2 guys that I do sign a lot at the start, but they're not playoff winning guys. Blake Hunt as well. You do feel like we should be beating them, don't you? But they've been very, very stiff opposition, and they're not broken yet, of course, as Vlad comes in with a 2-2 pitch, and Vlad hits it into left field, but that will be caught as well. But, yeah, it's had the feeling, the longer the series has gone on, they were 2-1 up, and they did kind of have us a little bit, slightly to very worried about them going 3-1 up. And then we came back in that game 4, as Helsley will come onto the mound to face Bregman. Full count. And, yeah, so once we won that, it's had the feeling a little bit of we've got on top of them. They've committed a lot of errors in games 4 and 5. And as Lonsway will come on. So Morillo goes 5 shutout innings. Excellent stuff from him. Lonsway starts us off with a full count, and they strike out for 1 away. It'll bring Blake Hunt in. But yeah, so it has kind of felt like it. I don't know if we've worn them down or we've just kind of warmed up to the series a little bit, because there was a time where De La Cruz was just striking out every time he batted. Vlad and McQuaid weren't doing too much better, and so I think it's a bit of a combination of we've warmed into the series and we've kind of, I think, broken their spirit a little bit. As Namala, did he reach on the... He did reach on the strikeout. Excellent work. So De Leon now with a runner at first and none away. First pitch swing. De Leon into a double play. Well, that was polite. Oh no, it just gets the man at second. So 1 on, 1 out. And it'll be Cooper Pratt, who is 0 for 2 and facing a righty now. We don't really want it at the top of the order. And that could be a double play. No, they just get the man at first. So runner will go to second with 2 out. And it'll bring Bobby Patterson in, who is 0 for 3. An 0-2 pitch. Bobby Patterson into right field. That's going to drop in, and it should score a run. course, with 2 out, you'd be running on the crack of the bat. And it's an RBI single officially, but Patterson's at second. It's 4-0, and De La Cruz will come in 1 for 3. A 2-0 pitch. De La Cruz, it does get through, and that should score another one. De La Cruz with an RBI single. It is 5-0 in this game 6. And we are, well, let's say 9 outs away now from a World Series. McQuaid with 2 out and a runner at first. It's an 0-1. William McQuaid. Is that going to be an infield hit? I wonder. No. So that ends the 6th, but not before we extend the lead by 2 more. And Lonsway will face Carroll now, who is 0 for 1. It is a 2-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball. Cooper Pratt has it. Oh, but not in time. And they have a first hit of the game. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? There goes the no-hitter. Vargas now, who's 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. And that is a double play ball, potentially. And it is a double play. So that is 2 away. Have we faced the minimum batters? No, we can't have, because they're not... Well, it must be 1 away from... Or 2 away, perhaps. Anyway, doesn't matter. We've struck them out. We're going to stretch. We're 5-0 up. And there we say cruising. Okay, welcome back. It's Fairbanks onto the mound. He has an ERA of 9 in the postseason. Vlad's going to lead us off 0 for 2 today. And let's see what he can do on a 2-2 pitch. Vlad strikes out for 1 away. In now will come Ballesteros, who's 1 for 3. A 1-1 pitch. Ballesteros! It's decent off the bat. It's very good. It's not quite good enough, though. It lands just inside the fence. But Ballesteros will have himself a triple. That doesn't happen very often for Ballesteros. Alright, so runner at third with 1 away. And it brings Bregman to the plate. Already with a home run today. 1 for 3 he is. And that is not going to get him on base. It might score the run. Ballesteros tags up, comes home. It is 6-0. And we are 6 outs away with a 6-run lead. Namala, 1 for 2 today. A 1-2 pitch. And Namala strikes out looking. So we go to the 8th. And the DJ, fresh with his new contract, will come out. It's his first action of the postseason. I know he's pitched 1 inning before this. He's going to face Finney. And we know DJ can be very good or very walky. But he started that off. First pitch, 1 pitch, 1 out. Very nice. In comes Madrigal now, who's 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. And that is lined straight to Vlad. So we're having our own little game with Vlad at first here, apparently. 2 out, none on for Pereza, who is 0 for 2. No, it was 0 for 1. He's 0 for something. And that is into deep right field. It is 6-1. As Pereza hits the first home run of the postseason. 385 feet. A little bit annoying, that one, I've got to say. Only the second hit we've given up all game. And DJ, that hurt his ERA, doesn't it? A 1-2 pitch now on a tango. And there's a strikeout. You've got him angry. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. And hopefully bat for the final time this season outside of a World Series. It'll be De Leon to the plate. It's Luke Little to the mound. He's given up no earned runs in 10.2 innings. He has been very good every time he's pitched this series as well. And let's see if we can ruin that ERA for him as De Leon into centre field drops in front for a leadoff single. Alright, Cooper Pratt now 0 for 3. A 2-2 pitch. Cooper Pratt down into left field. That's going to drop in as well. And with no one out, we have runners at the corners. Alright, let's ruin this guy's ERA. Bobby Patterson now 1 for 4. A 2-1 pitch. And that will score the run. Runner will be out at second. But it is 7-1. And it is De La Cruz to the plate. He is 2 for 4 today. Full count. De La Cruz draws a walk. 2 on, 1 out for McQuaid now. And they bring on a new man to face him. He is 2 for 4 as William. And, oh, we've tried to steal third. And that hasn't worked. So, 2 out. Runner at second for McQuaid now. A 1-2 pitch. And McQuaid strikes out. That de-escalated quickly, didn't it? Alright, so we'll go to the 9th. It is the DJ to face Hunt, Allen 2, and Carroll. We are 3 outs away from a World Series. There's a strikeout. We are 2 outs away from a World Series. Allen 2 now, who is 0 for 3. A 1-1 pitch. That is very well hit into centre field. We are still 2 outs away from a World Series. As that is a 1-out single. Could we get a double play ball out of Corbin Carroll? He is 1 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Carroll strikes out. They are down to their final out. We're going to the World Series, surely. That should be caught in right field. And finally, finally, we're in a World Series. I thought it was never going to happen. So we are National League champions. We'll be facing the Red Sox in the World Series. It is the two best teams in baseball this year. I've got to say, a little bit disappointing not to have a Subway Series. But we will be facing Boston, which means, unfortunately, they will have home record. They'll have home advantage, won't they? So that's not ideal, but let's go and beat them anyway. For everybody who watched the Detroit series and the series before that, it's been a very long time since we made a World Series. So this is for you. We'll probably go there and lose it. But anyway, what a series that was. MVP of the series was De Leon, which is probably just about fair enough. 7 hits, 1 home run, the Grand Slam, of course, which was all his RBIs. So maybe guilty a little bit of having one moment rather than a good series. De La Cruz, in the end, could possibly consider himself a little bit unlucky, or Bobby Patterson, perhaps. But De La Cruz, good defensively as well. So, yeah. Genuinely delighted with that. So I think we're going to do for the World Series, we're going to show every game. How often do you make a World Series? Roughly once every 3 years, like in actual human years. So we're going to make the most of it. So I will see you for Game 1. Game 1 will be in Boston, I'm assuming. So Game 1's in Boston, and we're going to have our work cut out. It's going to be difficult. Regular season, they were 105-57. So that is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. We face them 3 times this year and beat them twice, though. Now, they had the best offense and the best defense in the American League. We had the best offense. We did not have the best defense. So, yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting series. Let me know your predictions for it in the comments, and I'll see you for Game 1 of the World Series next time round. Take care.